All right, we're live. Hello, everyone. Mike Fulsame here with the legendary Jon Benson. Welcome to another Groove Copy Wednesdays, where for free to the world, we give marketing advice explicitly around copywriting. And I am the CEO of Groove, and I'm here today with Jon Benson. He's the founder of Groove Copy Pro. We're partners with him on the Groove Copy Pro. Groove Copy Pro is a software that helps you define your customer, the avatar, their pain points, your unique benefits with a little bit of a questionnaire and a profile, and it spits out all of the copy that you could possibly imagine for landing pages, checkout pages, long form sales letters, webinars, videos, all these different types of things. Mm-hmm. So last week we went over a business that I'm forming with Groove with my brother. It's called fitclass.com. It's a marketplace. And like marketplaces, we need to, when somebody comes, we need to say, are you an instructor or are you looking to do the classes? And then we need to have copy for each of those. And we got about 75% of the way last week with the copy for the instructors using Groove Copy Pro. So I'm going to say hi to Jon, let Jon say hello. Jon, how are you today? How's your week going?
I'm great, Mike. How are you, man?
Doing good. And you're still in Vancouver, right?
I'm still in Vancouver. Yeah.
I think some of the borders are opening up, right? So it's going to be making things a little bit easier for travel.
Get down to Vegas. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Oh, definitely. Maybe I'll meet you there. Yeah. All right. So folks, we're going to, this is a multi-week format that we're doing. So last week was part one of the instructor. This week is going to be part two of creating copy for the instructor. If you didn't join us last week, we strongly recommend that you go to Facebook and you search groove.cm official, and you'll be able to find last week's post in the announcements carousel. And this is the part two to that call. We're going to do a brief recap of what we went over last week. Jon's going to start sharing a screen, and we're just going to jump right in. So remember, this is a part two to a series. You'll have more context if you do go back after you watch this today and see the part one. Next week, we'll be continuing this. We're going to be moving it along from the point of view of writing copy to somebody that wants to come to the site fitclass.com, looking to find different health instructors to help them out. All right. So let me, Jon, you can share your screen, and then I'll pop it into the stream for us.
Okay, I should be sharing screen now. So
all right, I see it.
All right, cool. And what I'm going to do is just briefly recap. We're just going to briefly go through what we did last week. We set up the very simple stuff, the name and how long the main person has been active in this industry, or what we call the nickname that she goes by. And then we went into offer pricing. We didn't have a deadline. We set up all the pricing for the offer, pretty straightforward. We did not have a lead magnet, so we just skipped this section. The desired action is to go watch a video now. These are the desired action is where you want the customer to go, or whether it's a landing page, a webinar, etc. Social media we did skip because, again, for time. But all this would be is like Facebook. Check out my Facebook page or check out my YouTube channel. So pretty simple stuff. And then we got into the real meaty part of what we want to do for you. And by the way, we can do this for you internally. If we don't have your niche already under quick start niches, then we can do this for you. So basically what I'm showing you, and what Mike and I wanted to do was show you, let's say that you didn't want to pay a little extra and have us do it for you, and you didn't find your quick start niche under our niches. Then this is exactly how you do it, completely tip to stern by yourself. And don't have any notes in front of me. I'm going at this completely blind to show you. I'm thinking through it as someone who knows a little bit about obviously a lot about fitness industry, but not anything about Mike's specific product. I wanted to show you that this is completely possible and how fast you could do it. And we only spent about 20 minutes last week doing this because we had to set up and talk about the process. So it goes pretty fast. And so that's what we're doing. We're finishing this up today. So we're looking at how do we define Mike's avatar? What do they call themselves? And then we go to what are their complaints? What's their main thing that they're really upset with? And that lands us where we are today is what's their number one goal? So their number one goal for a fitness instructor in Mike's particular company called FitClass is to achieve financial freedom by helping people get healthy. So we wrote that with Copy Pro's help. There's a lot of tutorials, there's a lot of examples, or you can literally click here, and as you can see, you can. I'm going to dismiss the training videos here. You can see you can choose your verb. We got a whole list of it. It walks you through this completely field by field. So there's almost no way to mess it up. Gives you plenty of proofs, gives you plenty of stuff you can look at, video tutorials on specific fields, help, examples. We've got you covered. And I think you'll find out that it's pretty simple. Now I've got my screen blown way up so that you can see it better. So because of that, it's just because this is just the nature of a browser. When you do that, sometimes your cursor jumps around. So if my cursor jumps, that's the reason why. So Mike, we left off here, which is called a secondary goal. So let me explain the quick differences between primary and secondary goal. A primary goal is the number one thing that your avatar wants to achieve. So their avatar is a fitness instructor. So what's his or her primary goal? Well, they want financial freedom because they're wanting to go to fit class so they can make money, right? That's obvious. But they want to do it by helping people get healthy. So if we just said make money, that's a primary goal, but it's not a good one. So we added financial freedom by helping others get healthy, which is super congruent with their avatar, with their particular needs and niches. And that's what I want you to do for your avatar, for your goals and complaints for the avatar. You want to tailor it to their psychology, to what makes them tick. So a fitness trainer, what makes him or her tick is definitely helping other people get healthy, right? But in this case, it's a place for them to make money doing so. So that's how we came up with that goal. And now we're here at the secondary goal. And Mike, the secondary goal is the best defined like this. Once you achieve primary goal, once you achieve financial freedom by helping other people get healthy, you'll also be able to achieve X, Y, and Z. And here's what's really interesting. Secondary goals, like secondary complaints, sell. This is the bullet points that you would think of in a website that would drive people in. So, and this is kind of like the icing on the cake, if you will. It's the stuff that would come naturally. So I'll give you an example of secondary goals. And again, I teach in the weight loss space. So just so happens we're in the fitness space, but I'm going to teach using weight loss for a second to give you an idea. So a primary goal might be losing weight. So I really want to lose weight. That's the primary goal. But once I achieve that, what would happen? Well, I would look better in my clothes. I would have more energy. I could play with my kids longer. You see where I'm going? I could wear that swimsuit on that vacation I want to go to. Those are all secondary goals. They're not the main thing you want to accomplish, but they're the things that come naturally once you've accomplished the primary goal. So Mike, what do you think the secondary goal of your fitness avatar instructor would be? Okay, now that they've got the financial thing and they're making people healthy, what are some other things they can enjoy that they would look forward to achieving?
Great. Yeah. The benefit of the benefit, right? Like what's the benefit of that primary? Yeah. Yeah. So, all right. So the first primary goal we said was achieving financial freedom by helping people get fit.
Right. All right. And the second one was becoming a fitness influencer. Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna do this like we did last time. I'll talk about what's in my head, and that'll help you and I come up with the best way to do this. So, Lionel, can you do me a favor? My brother's in the stream as well. Mom's calling me. Can you please call her and see if she's okay? All right, thanks. All right, sorry guys, we're live, right? All right, so I see a couple of things. First, on obviously, the way Fit Class works is there's a convenience to being able to quote unquote work from home, so you don't have to go to the gym constantly. So we'll put that idea up there. They get to be their own boss, right? And I know that sounds, because we say it in the biz op industry, you get to be your own boss, but there's a lot of secondary benefits just to being your own boss, and those things are, you never have to ask anybody permission to do something in your life. I don't think that's that worthy of a top one, but I'm just brainstorming here. Here are some. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I just put work from home. So what I want to do, Mike, if I can, I don't want to write A-level copy in front of everyone because that's not fair. I'm a professional copywriter.
Yeah.
I'm typing what you would probably type. Work from home. The only thing we massaged was that whole achieve financial freedom, helping others get healthy. But that's not that big of a deal. So Mike, what's another one? Just rattle them off and we'll get them in here and then I'll show you how cool they look in copy.
All right, great. Another one, So we got, working from home.
Mhm.
Oh, and here's another big one that I like. I'm glad I knew I had this one in my head, and I was getting a little sweats here because, when you're trying to remember something and you're
Right,
fluffing like
and you're
it's
live, yeah,
coming
yeah.
any second. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the next one is we have to look at Fit Class. Lionel and I were talking about this yesterday when I was heading to the studio, that this platform is a disruptor.
Mm.
I'm getting a little feedback from you, John. I think maybe lower your speakers just a little bit, if you don't mind. Yeah, I'm getting feedback. Now it's gone. All right, good. As disrupting the marketplace with this, we have to also look at Fit Class as a social media platform. So what that means is users are going to get followers. It's almost like Instagram. So the fact that Fit Class is like Twitch, right? You try to be a streamer and create John Plays Fortnite.com, right? Good luck finding anybody. You're gonna be streaming live, but nobody's gonna find you. The reason why you use YouTube Live and the reason why you become a YouTuber or why you use Twitch is because the platform is going to help you find people. So the same way that you can become an Instagram influencer, right? I'm gonna make fun of them, right? But you see them all the time. Taking all these pictures and like, and then you go from 5,000 to 10,000 to 50,000 and sometimes 400, 500, 600,000 followers. So, so just to cut to the chase there, what it would be like, and then we'll find the right copy for that when I look at the instructions, what it would be like to have a platform help you get to 1 million followers and what that could do for you.
Yeah, I just put build a larger social media following. So that's that's open enough. And now we could be super specific, but that's not what I want to do here because again, we're wanting to show people what someone with no copywriting chops at all would write in here. I think that's very important.
Perfect. Yeah.
All right, cool. So
and folks, you see what John and I are doing right now is not something that it's not coming from any skill. What we're doing right now is we're doing a brainstorm and we're saying, all right, what are some of these benefits? And then we go to the software, see how the software asks us a question, and we just fill it in. And as John said, the answer to that pontification that I did there was a larger social media following.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And so let's get now. Here's what we ask you to do in Copy Pro. We'd love for you to build 3 secondary goals because you think of them as like, hey, if you want to blank, blank, and blank, then you need to blank, right? It's a primary goal. But you don't need to. We only ask you for 1 in the setup. We're basically doing extra credit work here. So yeah, you'll see why. But let's get one more. So they can work from home. They can build a larger social media following. And I mean, I can think of things that I would say for a fitness instructor that would be helpful. You could make a difference in the health of others. You can, leave a large social imprint, a health imprint. You could disrupt the industry. I mean, those are things that I would think of as possible secondary goals.
Yep.
Okay, so why don't we say help
let me share the screen. My bad.
Okay, so when you help others regain their health in their lives, life can rock. Okay, that's a pretty good one. Right? So so that's actually, it's a little bit similar to our primary goal, but so why don't we say this? Now, this is a little copy. I will do a little bit of copywriting lesson since this is similar to help others achieve wellness, right? So what if we said something more specific, like something really specific, like it's others regain their health in their lives? What if it's take control? So take control over their health and their life. So, and then change help to empower. Now, all I did was that's a little copy lesson. Empower others to take control. And you could say others, folks, men and women. You could say so. That's really cool. I mean, so I think I'm going to go with this one, and let's pop that one in there. I think that's my cursor jumping. So you also want to empower others to again, if I make a typo, it's not Copy Pro's fault. Empower others to take control over their health and their lives. John will do his proofing better. Okay, awesome. So now we're down here to the last bit of this, and that is the promise. Now, a promise sounds a little bit like a goal. So follow my advice and you will. But here's the difference. Here's the big difference. A goal would be like, for example, I'm going to use weight loss again. If you follow me, I'm going to help you lose weight. I'm going to help you regain your health. I'm going to help you take back control. I'm going to help you look better in your swimsuit. If you follow my advice, you can lose 20 pounds in 20 days. Well, that's your promise to them, right? That's not what they would think of as their primary goal. They wouldn't think, God, I really want to lose 20 pounds in 20 days. Now we can get even more specific. And that's why Copy Pro does this. It drills down further. So what's a promise that you would make? What's a promise that a fitness instructor would make to their attendees on Fit Class? So follow me, follow my advice, and you can.
Right. And so, yeah, I like this. Usually like at the start of a webinar, right? You say the first slide, the big, bold promise. By the end of this webinar, I promise that you will be able to, and you make those big, hairy, audacious achievements, so much so that the person is like, okay, that sounds unrealistic, but it sounds in the realm. So I'm going to pay attention. But if you can do that, you're a god. And so let's see, you've got my attention. All right. So what is the promise that that Fit Class is saying? Kind of like the 10-10 wins. You give us 15 minutes, we'll give you the world, right? So we're going to tell people our big bold promise is if you teach on, I'm going to use the word teach right now, for lack of a better term. If you teach on our platform, we promise to flood your class with attendees. And can I just like make it one big promise and just keep going?
I wouldn't. I'd make them individual.
Okay.
The reason why,
gotcha.
Let me show you Copy Pro's rule of thumb. Anything past about this point, we don't like. We tell you this. We want to keep you super short. Copy that's very succinct is powerful copy. So flood your classes with attendees. With you can now. If I want to make it a little,
I would put a little better than it. Yeah. Eager attendees. Yeah, I was going to put a nice.
Yeah, a little sweet. And we'll do one more promise. Again, you only have to do one, but what's another one?
I think I actually like enthusiastic better than eager. Can we go back and
okay?
Sure. Because everybody likes enthusiastic people, right? When you're doing a class, you want people that are enthusiastic, right? Cool. All right, so we're looking for another one. Another promise. Okay,
yeah, you were going to go on with the promises. So I was going to just put them in separate categories. So,
if you get on our platform, we promise to flood your class with enthusiastic attendees while making it easy for you to generate revenue. And I'll let you let's see. Generate.
Now here's my tip on promises. It all for a promise, let's add a date and time if possible. In this case, it would be like a day. So make more revenue in the next 30 days, 60 days. Let's make a financial promise if you can.
Okay, and I get that. So I'm gonna have you help me out here because I understand that, like, you know, sometimes there's a specific goal. I'm gonna help you lose 12 pounds in 30 days, and we're not necessarily looking to give somebody a specific goal for a specific class because this is something that they're going to be able to do 4 or 5 times a week. And so how would you do that?
I'd say earn more income doing what you love. I mean, so why don't we just make it simple? You know, so now it'd be perfect if you said double your income in the next 30 days. So those are the typical promises that we would want to make.
Can we put the word instantly there?
Compliance. Sorry.
Can we put would it ruin the verb because putting an adverb in there like instantly earn more income? Yeah, because that helps the time frame.
Now, this is my thing. I'd say near instantly because that gets you off the compliance issue. So near instantly earn more income doing what you love. So pretty simple. Let's just boom, pop that in there. All my advice, you can near instantly. I misspelled instantly. Near instantly. Near dash INSTANTLY earn. So I'm sorry about that, guys. All right. This is live. Nothing like it. Okay. All right. So there we go. Boom. We're good. We're awesome. Now we can move on to one of my favorite topics here, by the way. And by the way, we've only got 3 other slides to get through and we're completely done with this. Just so everyone would know, if you're watching this from like you didn't watch last week's show, it would take you if you were brainstorming this out loud, pretend Mike was my spouse, okay, and Mike was named Michaela or something, and we were like going through like, and I was saying, okay, Michaela, like okay, babe, how just say it out loud, and I'm doing the typing as she's saying out loud, or in case it's Mike saying out loud, right? So that's a fun thing you can do with someone that you are partners with your partner, with whoever you want to help you kind of brainstorm through this. If you do this together, the whole thing, this whole quick start, if you start to tip to stern, it's going to take you around an hour at most to do. And then at that point, you're going to have all the copy you need for an entire funnel. And I'm going to show you that. Now, it doesn't mean all the copy and copy pro is completely done for you, because we have so many different variations, and we'll always ask you for fields here and there, but you'll see what I'm talking about. Now, let me just do a brief teaching tool on this. This is super cool, and this is the stuff that only Copy Pro does. We have an idea called mistaken beliefs, and we have an idea called false solutions. And these sound very similar, but they're very different. Beliefs are things and ideas that your prospect believes that are limiting his or her potential to grow in the area that you're teaching. So in other words, they're bad ideas. False solutions are physical things that they've tried, like products or approaches that they've tried that just let them down in the past. So we're going to talk through this here. Now, this is going to probably be the most challenging thing about this, because if it was someone engaging in weight loss, for example, and they wanted to come to Fit Class, it'd be very easy. Maybe you believed that you can't lose weight over 40, or that your thyroid gland is preventing you from losing. There's a million false beliefs that people have for weight loss, or that you've tried Jenny Craig, or that you've tried dieting and fasting. You know, all that stuff is easy. But now this is a fitness instructor who's looking to train online. So one of the things that I know that you said before that we could use for a false solution is using Zoom. So we'll come to that in a second. But what are some of their false beliefs? I want you to look at how this is broken down. It's broken down into 4 fields. So it really helps you do this very easily. So if I started with, you may think that you're struggling, in this case, as a fitness instructor, to earn income online because what? What's a mistaken belief?
Okay, so while we do that, because that's definitely, so I apologize, John, that I'm not always following down, because we bifurcate here because we're starting a new industry, right? So they have two mistaken beliefs. One of the mistaken beliefs is I want to assume that they don't even know about online, right? So one of the mistaken beliefs has to deal with the gym, right? So that so for the first half of this mistaken belief, I'm going to take it from the point of view of what is their mistaken belief that they have about being an instructor that is trying to go to LA Fitness and say, hey, can I teach a class? Right. So their mistaken belief may be that it's difficult. It's difficult to be able to find people to join your class.
Okay, that's a couple things. So this is great. You have to train your clients in a physical gym. So that's one mistaken belief for sure, right?
Right. Okay. Right.
Let's add another one. You may believe that you can't find, again, I'm just filling in the blanks, right? Find paying clients for a virtual class,
or not even virtual, because right now I'm talking first to the person that doesn't even know there's an online solution. So I'm talking to the person that's suffering right now because they don't know that there's an online. Obviously they do because of COVID, right? But let's say we take this a year ago, before somebody would even consider putting on a webcam. That customer's mistaken belief has to do with, so let's assume nobody's ever done a virtual class. What is the mistaken belief that an instructor has related to going to a gym, right?
Yeah. So you don't believe classes could be taught virtually. So can be taught virtually is what I would say.
Right.
And it's not perfect, but it's really close. So
right.
So we were able to bang through three of those very, very quickly. And in case you're wondering, hey, has John got notes for this? No, there's nothing in front of me at all. I don't even know what Mike's going to say. So here's the mistaken beliefs. You have to train your clients in a physical gym. You can't find enough paying clients. That's always a fitness instructor's mistake, as a former one, I can tell you. And you don't believe classes can be taught virtually. So that covers all 3 really well.
Let's get one more. Let's get one for the technophobe.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. The person that is, the mistaken belief, like, I don't I don't know how to figure out this technology with audio and cameras and all that type of stuff.
Okay, this is a funny way of saying you can't even log into the internet. So I mean, like
Yeah.
it's like that's pretty funny, right? And it's meant to be someone joking.
Yeah,
someone
on the opposite side, we used to say, if you can copy paste,
right? So
then you
I
have the
just
skills, right?
I'll pop this in here real quick here, and I'm being asked to zoom more. That's the limit there. So, and sorry about that, guys. So virtually, I misspelled virtually.
Yeah, Karen, we see your request there, but it is the software can only zoom in so much and be functional. But what I'll do is I'll remove our pretty faces when we're not talking, and you'll be able to see a little bit better.
All right. So let me know if this is easier for me to see, but it's I can do it like this if you have to. That's okay. Let's just do it like this. So we've got 4. We banged those out quick, Mike. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show you how cool those can look in a moment. So now we're going to look at false solutions. What have they tried in the past that didn't work?
Okay, this is where we get to Zoom. At this point, and so do we have 2 false solutions, John? Do we want to also make the enemy the gym and say that was a false solution, and then we'll check that box and then say there's another false solution when you tried it online and that was Zoom because there was no way to get paid?
Sure. Trying to teach Zoom classes. So yeah, and we're gonna we can explain why it's a false solution later.
Later,
will ask you
what
now,
is
the
the
reason
false
why that
solution?
didn't work is blank, because then we don't need to do this for our setup, but later it's going to say in some emails we'll go, you know why trying to teach Zoom classes online failed? It really let you down. I'll tell you. You can't accept payment, and all you got to do is fill that in. And so we do all the copy around it. So trying to teach Zoom classes online. And if you want to do one more, we can do one more, and then we're done with this step and we're ready to go.
Yeah. So a false solution are things a process may have. All right. Can we have a false solution to the old school before they even tried online? Like the false solution with the gym?
Sure. Okay. So I would say sticking to the so something like that, would that work?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if we go back a year before COVID, a false solution to a fitness instructor. Oh,
I got it. It's not sticking to, it's relying.
Yes, there you go.
That's it. Relying on physical gyms. That's physical. I'm saying physical gyms to differentiate between virtual gyms. So
right,
I think that's a good differentiator too.
Do we want to put? No, we use the term brick and mortar. They wouldn't, but physical gym locations.
Physical gyms. Brick and mortar is a business term, but
how about shopping center gyms or?
Yeah, I mean it's
physical is okay.
Shopping center gyms, I like that a lot. Yeah. I'll just put that.
Yeah, put that in quote to make it actually look demeaning.
Yeah. Now we got a couple of really cool things going on here. We've got relying on shopping center gyms to train clients. Okay, so great. We're done. We're done with this, and we can literally go on to the enemy. And the enemy is all about. And I'll tell you, there's 2 things it's about. Number 1 is one of the most powerful phrases in copywriting is the phrase "It's not your fault." Mm-hmm. And I don't like to use that irresponsibly. I don't like to say. For example, hey, if you've ever read a video sales letter or seen a video sales letter or read a sales page of mine, you'll see me use the phrase, "It's not your fault. However, now it's your responsibility." So, because in reality, a lot of things that cause people to, in my expertise is in marketing and weight loss. So a lot of people that cause them to fail at marketing and fail at weight loss in copywriting isn't their fault. They simply just don't know certain things. I'm going to use, again, weight loss as the teaching tool here. A lot of people that are older grew up in the food pyramid, in the 1960s and 70s, we had the food pyramid, which has got to be the dumbest way to eat I can possibly think of as a nutritionist. And so they they grew up with their parents saying, eat every morsel on your plate. There are starving children in China.
Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And
breakfast is the most
important.
Orange
juice, milk.
None of that is your fault. See, because that was all out of your control. So I use the enemy as the source of who or what or how is this misinformation getting spread? So what is a source of misinformation for fitness trainers thinking that they have to stick to physical gyms or that they can't make it online?
What is repeat that question one more time?
So if a trainer comes, here's how I like to think about it. If I come up to a fitness trainer and go, "Hey, we have an online fitness school that you can teach your classes
I
on,"
got it.
he's going to say, "I can't get clients for that. I need to be in a gym." Where did he get that information? Where did he or she learn that mistaken belief?
So I'm gonna say it like this as a little story, and then you help me flush it out. So the thing is this that this is old school. This is the dinosaur way. It's always been that way, and the entire world has moved to online. Let's as well. I say the story. Let's look. E-commerce. It's now Amazon. It's this, and to now think that gyms are immune from online technology. So helping you get that story out there.
Old school trainers.
Old school training.
Yeah. It's like, hey, you got to be in the gym. If you don't slave task your. I mean, I know because I used to be one. It's like, oh, if you're not like a snapping the whip on people's back, they're not going to do what that they'll never do it on distance. That's almost always the old school trainers.
Yeah.
So that's one. So I'm just going to go with that for now. We don't. By the way,
do we want to put old school model instead of old school trainers?
Well, I'm thinking because again, I used to do it. So I'm thinking the older the trainers were, the more rigid they were. So they were set in their ways of how to train somebody.
Okay, got it.
So that's what I'm saying. Old school trainers, number one source of bad information. So that makes them feel younger too, because even if they're 50, you're saying old school. So
yeah, got it.
Now, a negative statistic is exactly what it sounds like. Believe it or not, X. Now, this is what you would tell a fitness instructor. That you would want to tell them that would scare the crap out of them. So I'm going to make this up. I'm not saying this is true. So I'm going to make this up for now. Believe it or not, 87% of today's online training or today's training is happening online. And if you aren't online doing it, you're going to financially fail.
I think that we can let's put this in the COVID narrative, right? Basically 100%. I'm not trying to be hyperbolic here. But basically 100% of trainers were shut down last year because there was a global shutdown. And couldn't work.
There you go. That's absolutely horrifying. So okay, so we are done. So we're done with that, and so we're at the last. Hey, we're at the last one here. So now we're into some stuff. I can't wait to teach you guys about offer benefits and USP. A USP is a unique selling proposition, and what that means is you want to be able to say in one sentence. It's less than an elevator pitch. It's a 1 sentence, 15 to 20 words.
Got it.
What are you selling? What is the thing that you're selling, and what makes that thing unique? So we created what's called the USP Factory. It's now inside Copy Pro, and all you do is you fill out each one of these one at a time. So first of all, I'm going to ask you, Mike, so that way we break it out so that you don't have to think too much about it. So Mike, this is a medium was very so what is this? This is an online membership portal, right? So how would you just specifically say you're going to give them?
Yeah, I wouldn't say membership portal. I would say because I want to look at it more like Zoom meets Twitch, right? So it's an online virtual training platform or virtual. It's an online virtual class instead of training. Virtual class.
Okay, online virtual class platform.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, good. Now, by the way, we can change this at any time. So there we go. Pop that in there. And so My Workers resulted in a simple online virtual class platform created for, and you're needless to say, it's created for
instructors and trainers.
You could even say it for
fitness instructors, all types of.
So that I usually don't like to go that long. Now
just put that word fitness. I know it's long, but because it's it's really, I think it may be redundant, but I get what you're saying.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Now here's we're just going to choose, that helps you, that ensures that you can, that enables you to, I would say that enables you to earn. This is just like earn,
monetize your classes.
Monetize like that. And we're almost done. Monetize your classes. To, I would say, to large masses of people or something like that.
Yeah. Monetize your online classes.
I'd say classes because they're not online yet. So
right,
monetize your classes to larger groups, to larger
audience,
to a larger audience. Okay. To a much larger audience. There we go. Okay, there we go. So we did a little bit of copywriting and not much. Okay.
Can we just go back there instead of much larger, put vastly larger? And again, I'm not trying to be hyperbolic, but when you're dealing with the difference between a brick and mortar that can get 12 people to 30 people in front of a class, and we know that you could get online and be an influencer and have 400 people to a class, so vastly larger. All right. And folks, while John is doing this, let me give you a reminder, especially if you weren't here last week, and do us a favor in the chat and YouTube and Facebook. Let us know where you're from. And while we do that, remember, this is part 2 of an exercise that Copy Pro asked us these questions. What are the customer's primary goals? What are their pain points? What is your unique selling position? All these different things. So right now we are filling out a profile. Last week was part 1. This is part 2. And then when we're done, we have a profile that we then later, Copy Pro will say, what do you want to achieve? I want to write a sales letter to get affiliates. I want to write a sales letter to get leads, to make sales, whatever the case is. And it'll just spit out everything that's needed for the copy. Now, some things are very, very unique, and it'll say, okay, hey, we have 85% of what we need, but for this particular goal that you want to achieve, we need a few more things about the customer and your product. And you fill out, maybe you do this exercise a little bit deeper, right? Because obviously if you're doing a webinar, there's a little bit more stuff that's needed. So this is the general exercise that needs to be done one time for your product, and then it's going to be able to spit that stuff out. So we're not writing copy right now. We're creating a quick start project profile for our copywriting. All right.
Right. And let me just remind everyone, number 1, our team can do this for you if it's not already in there. And number 2, we have hundreds of niches already built. So we're doing this from scratch to show you that, hey, let's say that you are an underwater basket weaver or something we wouldn't have, and you don't want to pay us a dime to do it. Great. Here's how you do it. So here's our USP. Our work has resulted in a simple online virtual class platform created for all types of fitness instructors and trainers that enables you to monetize your classes to a vastly larger audience, all without ever leaving your home. Boom. That's a USP. And that's a damn good one. Yeah. So now
that really is.
Yeah, it's a real good one. And that was all just following a simple formula. I was just clicking and Mike was helping me edit. So starting today, now this is a benefit. Okay. So we're going to write a lot of benefits, right? So, but we have a benefit formula and the benefit formula is something I've taught forever. Descriptive verb, benefit, transition, without. Super easy. And all you have to do is say, let's say it allows you to easily, quickly, rapidly, gently, I'll say easily, build a massive
following,
online following, online fitness following, or whatever. We can tweak this after I say, without the hassles of gym memberships. Yeah, I mean, you could just leave it just like that. Easily build a massive online fitness following without the hassles of gym memberships, or if you said, or travel restrictions. Okay, so I'm just, again, just knowing what I'm just knowing what we've already built. This was all I had to do was fill in the blanks, right? So I'm going to create one more benefit here, and then we'll create. And what's another benefit of this? Okay, another money benefit, right?
Yeah, easily getting money. Like our platform is going to have a built-in wallet system. So
well, but quickly earn
income,
more money, doing what you love. Without worrying about collecting. Oh, one thing that
okay. So what I'll tell you is this: like when you do it on Zoom, right? Zoom doesn't have a way for them to do it. So without having to beg people to pay you with PayPal or Venmo,
Okay, without
groveling, panhandling.
I'll just say without having to beg clients to pay you or chase down old invoices. How's that?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's about as long as we want to go. So, all right. I can't type today. Sorry, guys. All right. So we got 2. We can add a million later, but you get the idea. Now, there's the last field we got. If you have an offer, is there a deadline? And if there's not, we can just skip this. So,
no, not at this time. This is going to be an evergreen sign up for the site type of thing.
Great. Then we are done. We are now officially done with this. And I can go over here and I'm just going to make sure I've got the fitness instructor. Here's the niche. So what we're going to do is I'm going to come over here to search and I'm going to say, I want to see a turnkey hyper funnel. I'm going to create a turnkey funnel for Mike's new copy here. Now, by the way, I cleared my cookies. That's why I was doing that. So I'm going to come in here and say, okay, which one do I want? Do I want the elaborate one, the mega funnel? I'm just going to go with the simple funnel for now, Mike.
Okay.
Just to get started here. So the simple funnel, and by the way, all these videos pop up the first time you go through the site, unless you clear your cookie. So, all right, so we're going to go with fit class, hyper funnel, simple version. By the way, when I say simple version, you see that it's not. Now I'm going to use the niche I just created. So I'm going to come in here and look for fitness instructors, fit class fitness instructor, and I click a button. Now, the thing is, I've exceeded the memory allocations of this, and so we're going to need to wait a few minutes as CopyPro builds that in the background. And as it's building in the background, I'll get an email in about 3 minutes from CopyPro saying, "Hey, your project's ready to go. Go check it out." And so we do that so that we keep, because we have thousands and thousands of calls every single day. So we want to make sure that we keep everything super fast for everybody. So in case you're wondering what's going on here. So yeah, so we will do that. And while we're doing that, what I'm going to do is come over here and do something even simpler. Like I'm going to, because I just did a whole funnel. So let me just do a really quick email sequence. It doesn't really matter what it's for. Let me do like, I'll do something super easy, like a 3-day cash machine or something like that. Or even, you know what would be even better? Why don't we do this? I'm going to do a customer nurture or a refund. I mean, I'll do the 3-day sales sequence. Yeah, I'll do it. Now, this is a super easy email sequence. So it's, 3-day sales. And so in other words, a little brief short promo that you want to do, come in here and type fitness instructor. Watch this. Now, most of your projects will generate like this. It's done in seconds. So it's done in seconds. And I'm not touching this thing. So I am just literally just going, okay, I'm going to come in here and go, just start reading it. I didn't do anything other than generate it. Now, this one selected martial arts instructors get results. I would remember when I said I would keep this to fitness instructors. This is the reason why, because it's random. But notice it's completely done. Now, this all pulled in martial arts. Okay, so that's cool. But if I don't want martial arts, I can just do this. And watch.
Where did the martial arts come from, John?
We put it in there just to show you.
Put it in just
I showed you.
Gotcha.
I showed you why I wouldn't do it. Yeah,
right.
So meditation teachers. But here's how easy it is to change. Okay, check this out. Notice I rewrote the whole thing. Online fitness training goals. Frustrated that every other solution you try to help you with your topic problem. Okay, what's the topic? Okay, again, what's the topic? I look right down here. When you find it hard to get new clients, so client acquisition. Okay, so I'm going to save that because we didn't do all this at the same time because I wanted a client acquisition problem. So are you interested in finding out why they never worked? Uncover a counterintuitive method that will allow you to achieve financial freedom by helping people get healthy, empower others to take control over the health of their lives, and even build a large social. Look at this. It's all like, if yes, click here, and I'm going to change meditation teachers to fitness instructors. It's that simple. All I had to do was change these two. Boom, and I'm done. So this is completely done. The next one in the series is completely done. And I'm asking, except for one thing. Okay, one thing, and that's something called a primary solution. And I wanted to pull this up for a reason. By the way, my project is now done. We have a whole funnel. I'm going to get to that whole funnel in just a second, so just bear with me. So look what we're asking for. There's 2 fields that are not done in here. I'm following up with you. I have something really cool for you. Did you take a look at it? It goes over here. See how blank is helping fitness instructors get results. So Mike, What is a primary solution? Well, let me explain what that is. And we're asking you for this because this is how CopyPro does it. I only need to fill out 2 fields. But guess what? Primary cause, primary solution are 2 of guess what? The only person that can help you fill this out is a pro or yourself, because I want you to have a unique primary solution and a unique primary cause. So when you email your list, you're the only one talking about it. So Mike, we're going to come up with a branded term for Fit Class, and it makes Fit Class work. Like, what is it about the application that makes them easier to get clients or monetize their classes? So in that solution is called something I call blank. Notice the hint. The solution is something I call, it's not Fit Class. It's what makes Fit Class work.
All right. So help me out here. The 2 things are this, John. These are the 2 USPs from a 10,000 foot level. Number 1, it's Twitch, right? So you're a gamer, you show up, and next thing you know, you've got 700 people watching you because the platform found your people. And number 2, unlike Zoom, when you're using Zoom, you're like, hey, everybody, if you like this, send me a Venmo to @JohnBenson. Janine is asking, what is Venmo, right? So all that nonsense. So it's those 2 things. You're going to be at a platform, you go live, and then people are like, oh, look at that. That class looks interesting. People join in. And then secondly, we have a wallet system that people are going to be able to just like a tip. They're going to pre-fund their account with $20. And if they like you, they just click tip $3 and you get your money instantly.
So here's all I did. The Twitch, we can call this the Twitch effect. Okay. Because almost everybody that's going to be in a fitness instructor is going to know about Twitch, right? So the Twitch effect, and it's
do we have a trademark issue with that, you think? Possibly?
Well, no, not at all. I mean, not at all. I mean, because you're literally saying, "Hey, Twitch did such a great job of this." I call it the Twitch effect. It's not a trademarkable term. So, so the Twitch effect is, and here's how you would define it when you were asked to define it. The Twitch effect is, think about fitness meets Twitch. Well, Twitch did something really, really well. What we've done is the same thing for fitness. So the Twitch effect. And now all I did was use the word the word that Mike used, and I have a whole list of words in my head: effect, principle, system. And all you got to do is do this. To now, I've labeled something that, and you'll see how it is, and we can change this at any time. But I want to show you the Twitch effect is helping fitness instructors get results. What the hell is the Twitch effect?
It's curious, right? There's curiosity built in.
But we built it with one freaking word, unless you count the, which I'm not going to. Effect. Okay, principle, tactic, strategy. Guys, those words are so easy, and they're all listed in CopyPro training. I just know what they are. But now we're also doing something else. I need to teach you the psychology of this. Now, you don't have to ever worry about it. You never, all the psychology is done in this super simple email. Believe it or not, gets insane sales because of the psychology, the persuasion. But notice, I'm going to tell you one thing that we're doing before I fill in the second blank. See how this positive, wonderful thing is doing this wonderful, awesome thing. And look at the next link. See how something is doing this awful negative thing. This is called push pull. We're wanting to pull this toward us and push this away. We're talking to both sides of the buying brain, folks, all in one little email, and every freaking template in CopyPro is loaded with this kind of NLP and persuasion. So now we're
old school gyms.
Old school. Okay. Now, here's what you want to say. What's causing your problem is what I call old school gyms, because that's, people call it that. So
syndrome. Yeah.
What if we call it the gym syndrome?
Yeah.
There you go. I mean, that's all there is to it. Now Mike is
the gyms. I love it. Yeah.
Talking about how the gym syndrome derails your success and how the Twitch effect. Mike, we got ourselves an A-level caliber thing here, and it only took us a minute, and we're ready to go. All I hit is preview, and I go copy, and I'm done. I'm done. It's ready to go. But look, how to build an unstoppable online training business and near instantly earn more income doing what you love. What a subject line. Who's not going to open that, right? But if I don't like that one, I can go down here. 3 quick online training tips plus, so you get the idea. So we're giving you, and by the way, there's hundreds of subject lines in our subject line library. We just picked the 3 we like the best, and that's it. So we're coming down here. We'll save this. We'll get our last chance here. It's already done. So, and all I got to do is change meditation teachers to fitness instructors, and I'm ready to go. Okay. So just take a look at this, grab fit class. Now I wouldn't say I'd say enroll.
Yeah.
And
join.
Okay, sure, join. So that's all. I had to change one word in the template, and this is how hard it was. I know it's really awful. It's really hard, guys. But look, without ever leaving. Look at this. My virtual online class. Once you access I would say once you access our original, you'll know exactly how to become a fitness supporter without ever leaving your home. Or I could change this one to any of the other one. Achieve financial freedom. Help people without ever leaving your home, faster than anything possible. It's all done. It's like, enroll or join. Sorry. You get the idea. I'm not going to. So there we go. I got my 3 emails done. I literally I can send out a 3-day promo, and I did it in less than a minute. I mean, really a minute of editing. I just had to edit it, and that's it. Now, at the same time, Mike, I'm going to click over here to my email, and I'm going to open this up, and we have our entire funnel ready for you. So, okay, our entire funnel is ready for you. We've got Facebook ads done. We've got Facebook ad number 2 done with one thing. Free what? Well, oh, you don't have a lead magnet. That's why that's not done. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's my 1-minute lead capture VSL. Done. And it's asking for a lead magnet. So obviously we don't have that, but that's done. That's done. Your opt-in page. Look at this. Again, it's for a lead magnet. So if Mike would have done a lead magnet, all of this would have been done. Somebody didn't do one. So I'm just going to scroll down here. No, I've got promo emails ready to go. I've got nurture emails ready to go. Here's a nurture email, for example. This is a nurture email accountability. All I do is preview it. It's all written. I mean, all from what Mike and I just did. Another nurture email ready to go. Now we're getting to some digital marketer promotional emails. Okay, check this out. You requested, now I'm going to make up a lead magnet title, like a train online for cash. Okay, that's a dumb title, but so I'm just going to do this just to fill something in, right? You requested this. Haven't gone through it yet. Many, again, meditation teachers, fitness instructors, you can change it to whatever you want. More importantly, I want to make sure you saw this. Watch right now. Online fitness training, already done. Not only does it work, at only 30% of the revenue you can earn, you pay nothing to sign up. It's the tiniest investment you can still make. I'm ready to go. I'm starting into the promo emails with doing nothing more than talking about one field. Okay, so check this out. Complaint. Not only will it end your complaint topics, what is it? So, well, I'm just gonna click here. So, what's the topic? You're struggling from gym closures. So I'll say so let's talk about how gym closures, gym shutdowns. I'm gonna change it to shutdowns.
Yeah, shutdowns.
Gym shutdowns. There we go. All I had to do was fill that in, and that's how CopyPro tricks you. It tricks you into filling more stuff in as you go along. Then I'm done with that. But
it's building the database.
I'm going to scroll down here and check this out. Check this out, man. I've got an entire sales letter. Now, all I got to do is, it's asking for boredom rescuer. So all I got to do is scroll down here and make sure it's going to scroll through here. I'm going to click regenerate, by the way. So it's going to scroll through here, and it's asking me to make sure that my data is right here, make sure which primary goal I want to use. And I'm going to have to create a new primary goal. So it wants me to create a primary goal like we did, but we want to use the pronoun my. Okay. And the reason why this is how CopyPro builds its library over time. So if you had told me 9 years ago that one day I would be able to, very simple,
work from home,
train my clients
from home.
Now notice I rewrote that goal. The reason why we don't pull in the goals and just change all the pronouns for you is simply because we want you to be the one doing it. So we want you to say, oh, I have to rethink it. And that's the reason why, is because you can see a goal, and that's a my goal or an our goal or their goal, and they'll all be slightly different. And that's exactly, it'll sound like a human being wrote it, not a machine. But look at this. This is all done. All I got to do is fill in just a few fields. I've got a whole sales page. Look at this, Mike. I got a whole sales page.
That's what we need.
I don't have testimonials. We didn't do testimonials, but that's okay. So I got to fill in the testimonials. I got his years active. I'm not sure why that didn't pull it. Now check this out. I'm done. I'm down to this. Okay, you'll see how my long-term time frame. What is this? Well, let's read the sentence. In the next blank, you'll see exactly how I break down my blank into steps. In the next, what's the longest term so how long was the longest time it would take them to get set up?
Oh, to set up their
and get rolling, like really get rolling, like their long-term results in the next 90 days, the next 30 days.
Yeah, I would say 90 days. Yeah.
Okay, so 9 days. 9 days. That's all I had to do, 9 days. Yeah. So click that, pop that in here, scroll back all the way down because again, my screen is so blown up. And in the next 9 days, you'll see exactly how I break down my mini descriptor. Now this is this is my very own superpower. Okay, so what do you call fit class? And so this is making you think a little bit. AI can't do this for you, folks. A copywriter can, but now you can do it for yourself. So we can get you to a little think. Okay, this is just the little definition of your primary solution. Now, remember we talked about the Twitch effect, right? So the Twitch effect is like my very own Blink. The Twitch effect is like my very own superpower, my very own fitness trainer, flip a switch, So
Class
what would you
recruiter.
Client recruiter. God, I love
client
that.
recruiter.
Right. Okay.
Class filler.
I love this. I love that. Now, see, that was just Mike came up with it. I didn't. So back down here where we're going on. Okay, we'll make you a super yoga instructor. We'll make you a super fitness instructor. Okay, we'll just do that. Super easy. So you can see. I mean, I've got to fill in a few fields, and yeah, and look at this. Sending your health empowerment into overdrive. Okay, so I would change health empowerment to recurring revenue in overdrive by using my client recruiter and transform your struggles with gym shutdowns into scandalous online fitness training success. Okay, so I mean, so this is direct response copy. So you can tone it down a little bit by going by you could say massive, whatever. But I like, so we will use copy like that. But look at this. Is this all so freaking done? And then I just got to go in here and just make sure, what is it? It's a virtual online cloud platform for all types of audiences. And it does this because it says, are you sure you want this? So I have to click a few buttons. It doesn't do it for everything, but it says, hey, do you want to create a different version of this, or do you like it? I liked it. So I just created that in just a short term.
But it's smart enough to know that it may not fill in perfectly, which is interesting.
Oh yeah. So yeah, this is how we trick you into populating the machine. So I'm going to say, and how fast can they see results? That's what this is asking. What's the shortest term?
I think within days.
Okay. Okay. So can you give me a number of days?
3 days.
3 days. Okay. So 3 days. So all I do is say 3 days there. So there we go. And yeah, so you get the idea. So I will have a few other things. There's no deadline here, but so we've got essentially within minutes, an entire sales page ready for them to use, ready to go. Guy, fill in your testimonials. Yeah. Down in just 3 days from your series like you never saw before. So you down with get this online fitness measure in the next 40 hours. You'll see action takers only bonus. Okay, alternatives feelings. So you get the idea. This is a proven sales page all ready to go. And I had to fill in a few extra. I told it to fill in my, you keep a lot of the fields I filled in, but I've got a checkout page. I got to put my bonuses on here, but the checkout page is done. So yeah, you get the idea. It's one of the most powerful tools that you'll ever use for your copywriting experience.
All right, everybody, we're coming around the hour. We do this every week for 1 hour. We're going to do a little bit of a shameless plug. First, I want to let you know that what you're seeing is Groove Copy Pro in action. If you're wondering where you could get that, the lowest price we've ever offered is over at groovecopypro.com. Scroll down on the page, you'll see a webinar where John and I did just recently, where we went over this software in detail. It's a very, very special offer, and we spent 30 minutes answering all the questions that you might have about it. Now, the beautiful thing about Groove Copy Wednesdays is even while we're going over different things in copywriting and sometimes showing off the software, even if you didn't buy Groove Copy Pro for whatever reason, I couldn't imagine anybody not wanting to have access to this software, right? So even if you didn't, there's an exercise that was going on that you were learning today that you have to ask some questions. What are the pains of your customers? What are the goals that they're looking to achieve? How does your product help them? As John said, John, what did you call it? You said it's shorter than even an elevator pitch. What did you call that short little?
Oh, the USP.
The USP, yeah. Mm-hmm. And so if you go back and you watch this, even if you weren't to get Groove Copy Pro, you could say, hey, here's some questions at least I need to ask. Now, the sad thing is at that point, it's just an exercise, right? You would write those things down on a piece of paper, but you wouldn't be able to click a button and have all of the assets that you need for a launch. Your emails, your follow-up emails, your order bumps, your checkout pages, your long-form sales letter, your short VSLs, your long VSLs, everything is written there for you. So you can go to groovecopypro.com and learn more about this amazing software. Right now, the price is just one-time price of $997. This software, when you invest in it, will pay you back 100-fold if you're a marketer that's actually using it. Obviously, you have to have a business, you have to have a product to sell, you've got to be able to get the traffic and all that different type of stuff. But every marketer has those same problems. So imagine you're able to get traffic and you have a product and you have the website, the fulfillment, your merchant account, all those things in place. There's still one thing that you need, that getting traffic and all these things don't help, and that's copy to convert people. And John will tell you, even for himself as a copywriter, when he got a new client 10 years ago, there was still okay, I've got to reach deep down into my soul and find out all this stuff and interview the client and get all that. But then you have to later take that interview and come back. John, what did it take you? 6 weeks?
Oh, yeah.
To 2 months. And when you came back, and you just came back with what I would call the main offer, right? And then they had to pay you extra to get the email follow-up sequences. And at the same time, that was great. You were getting paid, but it wasn't easy for you. You had to go back to the recordings, listen to the interview and say, okay, and I got to write all these emails. Right now, you have the brain of all of the years of experience of John Benson and all of the people, like if you saw, he said the Ryan Dice emails and different things like that. With John's permission, with his influence in the marketplace, he's reached out to all of the legendary marketers. In fact, even we participated in there as well. And it took some of our award-winning copy, right, and put them in as these templates. So all you need to do is spend an hour to an hour and a half, like we did today, going through this. Now, I've got some good news for you as well. If you see that, hey, Mike, you're pretty much a marketing genius, and working through that tutorial with John, I think brought the best out of it. And especially because John really knows the way the software is going to output. You can do the exercise yourself, or when you log in after you buy Groove Copy Pro, right up at the top, it says, let us help you fill out the profile. Click that link. There's an additional fee that you could pay, but then you'll be able to get right with the Groove Copy Pro team like we did today, and they will help you walk through that exercise. So you saw me kind of saying, well, wait a minute, I think the enemy is this, and John was just like old school gyms, right? So they're going to help you be able to condense that. Now you'll be able to do it as well. It's not a requirement that you have them do it. That's what we call the accelerated program. But if not, there's training videos. You just click, hey, I need a little bit more information than this little blurb, and a video will come up and explain it the same way John did to me here, so that you could pop it in perfectly. So that's it, folks. That's Groove Copy Pro in action. Next week, we're going to be doing the same exercise again. We're going to be doing it from the point of view of, today we were telling a fitness instructor why they need to be on the platform. Now we're going to assume there's 1,000 fitness instructors on the platform. We have to get people to show up to want to take the classes, because if we don't have anybody to take the classes, the fitness instructors are going to say, hey, there's nobody on the platform. So next Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern time, John and I are going to be redoing the profile again, and we're going to be speaking to the attendee that has to get in their car when it's raining and show up at the gym and find out that they're 10 minutes late and they're not allowed in the class and have to drive back. And, John, I'm excited to go through that. All of the pains of, like, I don't look good in my outfit. Like, I know that there are people like me that go to the gym and you buy that new gym clothes and everything, and you go there and you're walking around and you're scared to even get on the treadmill. For some reason, I don't know why. I don't know that I'm speaking for everybody. I always felt like I didn't belong in the gym. Like, oh, here, I'm cranking away over here on the treadmill. This guy's moving. And then I come on and I'm like, all right, he's on an incline of 4. I'm going to try 3 just so I don't look like a wimp. And I'm like, okay, I can't do that. I'm never coming to the gym again. So I'm excited. Next week, we're going to be exploring all of those, even to the people that do go to the gym, right? That love going to the gym, but how this can make their life easier. And to the people that are too scared to go to the gym. I'm 70 years old. I'm overweight. I can barely get out of a chair. And, so how's that going to help? So that's what we're going to be doing next week. The same exercise all over again from the top. So if you missed last week's, you can go to the groove.cm official Facebook group. Just search for that, and you'll see last week's recording and this week's recording. And you saw Groove Copy Pro in action. This is how you fill out a profile. And once it was done, you saw John just say, click of a button. 3 minutes later, it emailed him, and an entire launch product was done. Go in, do a little bit of fine tuning and tweaking, and your brain helps get all of this stuff out there, but then you don't have to write this exhausting copy. It's a miracle piece of software.
You got $30,000 worth of copy in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
After an hour and 3 minutes. So yeah. And that's,
all right,
by the way, cheap rates. So Yeah.
And John, you're heading to the gym again today?
I am. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So,
Speaking of
we have a
gym,
hard, we have a hard out. Yeah, we're going to get John on Fit Class so that he doesn't have to say, I have to leave Groove Copy Wednesday at 4:00 because I got to go to the gym.
Don't work together. But
Yeah.
we old
No.
school bodybuilder. So
Yeah, no, we can't put the weights through the screen.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, that wraps it up. We're going to see you same Groove Copy Pro time Wednesday 3 p.m. next week. John, again, thank you very much. Enjoy your work. Enjoy your workout, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye, everybody.